Yo guys, and welcome back to this new stream here on the channel. Just like I of course told to everyone, if we're going to see any more volatility in this market, I'll be right away jumping live again here. And like you can currently see on this market, yeah, we came down pretty quickly from up the highs, and right now it looks to be that Bitcoin is retesting our level of this horizontal green box of support. So yeah, pretty crazy that we just saw a moment ago, because literally on one minute candle we saw it came down, of course 1.2% here. So Bitcoin, yeah, definitely showing us right now the volatility is increasing massively on this market. So let's see where the market is heading towards from up this point, of course. And a long time no see indeed, guys. Long time no see here on the channel. But of course, yeah, like I promised to everyone out there, once we're going to see market volatility, I will be the first one out there on the whole YouTube to of course jump on live again here. So let's see what we're going to get here on today's stream here. But of course, Bitcoin right now is still on 20 more minutes away before closing his 1 hour candle. But like you can see over here, it is coming down particularly quickly right now. And this was of course a very significant correction that we just got in a matter of 1 minute. And of course, if you're going to look at even a 1 second chart here, like you can see over here, it was basically a correction that came down, of course, pretty quickly, right? So in literally a matter of 13 seconds, we came down 1.1% here. It was pretty crazy. So yeah, Bitcoin came down very quickly, and it came down in a particularly quick pace as well here. So right now, Bitcoin is retracing back towards this target of the 49.6k. And of course, like you can see right now, is on the 4-hourly time frame. This is a crucial level here on the market. So yeah, so far you can clearly see 4-hourly support range is right now getting retested. Bitcoin is indeed falling a little bit lower right now on the current time of recording. So like you can see over here, these are levels that I've been anticipating that could be providing very strong support on Bitcoin. So let's wait and see how it's going to be playing out right now here. But I personally expect here that this 1 hour candle could be for sure closed like this here, of course, on the market. But I do personally right now expect that this level where we're right now trading in, this green box, is going to be providing a lot, but a lot of support on the market. So I'm looking forward towards how it's going to be playing like. Of course, I would love to see the 4-hourly candle as well retrace towards the lows here to retest the lower side of support here. But so far, Bitcoin is getting a little bit bought up here on the minute short term here. So yeah, it's going to be very exciting amount of candles that we could be right now looking at. Of course, this is of course as well going to be showing us right now that this 1 hour candle close is going to be pretty crucial to be looking at, because yeah, this 1 hour candle close that we're right now looking at could be of course result in some kind of an either supportive bounce here or either break below it. So yeah, it's going to be very important to be determining on where this 1 hour candle is going to be closing like. And of course, we will be keeping our eyes wide open here live on the stream here. So let's bump it up here. Would be truly amazing here. Yeah, getting really boring indeed. No, it is not, of course. What is this shit here indeed? I mean, yeah, Bitcoin came down pretty quickly from the highs here, but yeah, I've been warning you guys already about it since, of course, on the 50-minute candles we have been forming this lower low structure. There was, of course, likely to anticipate, of course, this continuation towards the lower targets, of course. And my targets already from the market correction that now not really market correction, but from the highs that we got created from the 52k. I was already anticipating that if we're going to be coming down towards level, and what level should we be calling as major support here on the market, it's going to be this 49.5k range here. So yeah, for sure, I was looking towards this level already as a strong place of accumulation. And yeah, like you can see right now on this market, we are coming down towards this range here, and this could be right now definitely do or die time. This could be decision time for Bitcoin. Either Bitcoin is going to see a massive continuation towards lower targets getting visited from over this level, or either Bitcoin is going to see a massive continuation towards higher targets getting visited, because yeah, in the bigger scale we're still forming higher lows, like I told everyone all about here. Higher low over here as well, and that could be resulting in a curve back towards higher ranges, of course. So yeah, so far indeed we're still forming a higher low structure on the Bitcoin and cryptocurrency market, and as long as we're holding up this previous level of resistance as support right here, it is going to look good for Bitcoin. So in the coming 50 minutes, it's going to be quite important to look at where this market right now is heading towards, and most likely the volatility is as well going to be turned up here on the hours ahead of ourselves right now here. So yeah, indeed, and retest of the lower side of the bear flag could be as well pretty interesting to look at. Right now we're still 1 hour and 50 minutes away before closing this 4-hourly candle as well here. So yeah, closing this 4-hourly candle could be as well will be very important to of course look at, because yeah, if this 4-hourly candle is then going to be closing below this lower side of support, yeah, then we could be looking of course for this continuation down here and for this correction in the market from this point. So I'm definitely looking forward towards not getting this breakout from up this range over here. So in your opinion, will the green box hold us up as support? In my opinion, yeah, I do think it's an extremely likely scenario to see the green box holding us up here. But of course, in case we're not going to be doing so, I mean, as well, I told everyone already about it. Like, I do think that these are very good ranges that you could be potentially open long positions at, right? I think that the risk is most certainly not extremely high for potential rewards you could be getting from this range here. So, so far, yeah, your trend is your friend till it ends here. So far, the trend is basically towards the upside on the wider scale here. Of course, market is coming down right now here, but this is a very likely place to be assuming that the market is going to see a reversal from. So it will be likely holding up this green box. I personally will be saying yes here. And what is going to be very important to as well look at, of course, like I warned you about, is how this 4-hourly candle is going to close. Of course, what could be playing out here is that Bitcoin even is going to be wicking below the green box, of course. So maybe touch these levels around 48.8k and then see a movement up here, of course, with a big wick on the lower side, of course. So definitely everything can still happen. Of course, the next 1-hour candle is going to be very, very interesting to witness, of course. So I'm looking forward towards what we could be getting from that point here. And I mean, it's some people right away say bear market, because I mean, the bears will be always screaming once we're seeing a 1% correction in the market. But of course, we do know it's only a 1% correction that we're currently can see in the market. And yeah, we're just retesting support, of course. But yeah, what's going to be crucial for me is to witness the bear flag scenario, and of course to see that this level is going to get holding up here. And of course, as long as the bear flag is holding us up right now here, it's going to be very, very, neutral and still pretty bullish for Bitcoin, of course. So it's going to be pretty important to see where the market is right now heading towards from here on. And let's see what we could be getting here. Let me quickly check up on the stock market. Stock market is indeed falling down here, and is of course so far dragging the Bitcoin market down with it as well. Like you can see here, stock market is falling pretty hard here in the past 2 hours. Real big reason why Bitcoin is right now coming down as well, and I think it's because of some news out of China. So it's pretty interesting. And of course, some people are as well asking me right now, what are your targets for the bear flag? And of course, the bear flag, by the way, just retest the lower side of support. So let's see if we could be seeing a very strong bounce from it. But of course, it could be having some more bearish targets. Of course, I'm not going to look for the realistic bear flag target towards the 41. I mean, yeah, we could be looking at it. It's basically spending 42k here. So 42k is going to be a very likely level to see bottom getting found here, and as well it will be helping us to find the liquidity on the lows over here, and then we could be maybe see a curve back up towards higher ranges. So yeah, price target of the bear flag, if we're going to be breaking the lower side of support, is going to be of course around this range of the lower side of the wick here. So we're going to basically search for the liquidity. So it's going to be very important on where the next 4-hourly candle is going to close right now for Bitcoin. Bitcoin, by the way, coming down particularly quickly right now here, but this 4-hourly close is going to be absolutely crucial, because I said to everyone before already, Bitcoin, it is important to look at it right now here. And my thoughts on Bitcoin will be determined on where this bear flag, in this case, is going to be heading towards, and where it is going to be breaking towards. So far, yes, we are seeing that we are testing the lower side of support. So far, we could be anticipating the more likely scenarios that we're going to see a breakdown here. But for me right now as well, what is going to be important to look at is the 1-hour candles. How is this 1-hour candle going to close for Bitcoin? Are we going to see this 1-hour closing below the green box of support? This is going to be having a way more bearish effect on this market. And of course, so far, it is definitely the stock market that is indeed dragging Bitcoin a little bit down here. So that could be maybe as well the driver that Bitcoin could be even fails to hold on towards the support line. So hopefully we could be seeing a bounce back from here on. But personally, I think the most likely scenario to be anticipated is that we're going to see a bounce back from this range here. But of course, said it several times before, if we're going to be breaking down of the bear flag, if we're going to break down of it, if we're going to see further continuation down, and if we're going to hold up support and we break the top side, we're going to be flipping bullish. So like I said several times before, we are going to stay neutral as long as we're trading in the pattern. As soon as we do break out of the pattern, we could be looking for, of course, some more directions getting caught on this market. So for us right now, we're still standing on these neutral stages here. We're definitely retracing back towards the support. We're trading on support right now. These are definitely pretty good times for accumulation, in my opinion. So yeah, let's see how it's going to play out here. 50 minutes, by the way, heading in towards extreme oversold territoriums again. So let's see what we could be getting. Maybe this is the start of a next massive crash towards the downside. What we could be getting from this point. So I'm very curious what we could be getting from here on. So it's going to be bouncing right now back towards 72k. Would be truly amazing if we could see so. But of course, if it could be bouncing from up the green box over here, it will be truly amazing. And of course, like you can see over here previously, yeah, we got massively rejected by this level. So expecting a bounce from up this level is definitely likely, in my opinion, and expecting continuation back towards highs is as well extremely likely from up this level here. So do really take this in consideration. And of course, have been already talking about this is definitely not a bad buy zone at all for Bitcoin. And of course, the majority of the sell pressure has been already exiting the market. So that's of course having a little bit more of a bullish and positive edge on the market right now here. So we broke the trend completely though. I mean, no, the trend is not broken yet here, because you can clearly see higher low getting formed, higher low getting formed, higher low getting formed. In this case, then higher high getting formed, higher high getting formed. So we're clearly still basing in an uptrend. So trend is not getting broken, and unless we're going to form a lower low than this low over here, or that we're going to fail to hold on towards the support line that we're forming. So no, trend has not been broken at all here, and as well on the 4-hourly candles, trend has been still basing towards the upside. Like you can see over here, higher low, higher low, higher low so far. Of course, if this candle closes below, we're going to form a lower low as well here. You could be approaching it like a low here and formed in the market. But so for now, the trend is still basic towards the upside. And because the trend is basic towards the upside, and since we're retesting previous resistance zones here, this could be a very strong level of accumulation, what could be resulting in a continuation towards the upside for Bitcoin rather than towards the downside, of course. So I think it's very important to look at it. And by the way, 4-hourly candle right now bouncing back here, still another 7 more minutes in this 1-hour candle. And this 1-hour candle close is going to be very crucial, because yeah, I said it several times before, as soon as Bitcoin is definitely going to close its 1-hour candle below this green box, yeah, we're going to be looking for a little bit more bearish price action for Bitcoin. And for sure, you can see it on several time frames. 4-hourly candles retesting support. This is an accumulation range. This is not a distribution zone here. And of course, it's going to be important to see what the stock market is right now going to do. In 8 minutes from now on, we could be as well see pre-market open on the S&P. So it's pretty interesting. 49k strong support. Yeah, so far, yeah, 49k is extreme strong support. Yeah, because it's previously been resistance. So we tend to see these things happen several times here. Previous resistance targets flip into very strong support. These are things that we tend to see quite a lot here, of course, on these markets. So yeah, it came down pretty messily, but like we do know here, once markets come down very quickly, it can as well come up very quickly from that pump, point, of course. Dutch stock market as well in the red here. Yeah, I mean, right now the today is we are down 0.2%, so not a lot here. But yesterday we rise like yesterday we rise like 1.4%. So it's still doing a pretty good job here in terms of the bigger scale in the stock market. But indeed, it could be dragging Bitcoin a little bit lower. It's below all the support moving averages. I mean, for me right now, moving averages are not necessarily a thing that you should be really. The moving average is not necessarily a thing that is going to be leading the market. Like over here, how significant were the moving averages? How significant were the moving averages over here? How significant were they over here? I mean, moving averages is not necessarily a thing that's going to be the driver of the market on the 1-hour time frame, especially because yeah, 1-hour time frame, these moving averages are definitely not so significant in my opinion. Of course, maybe on higher time frames like the 4-hour time frame, you could be right to look at it a little bit better. Of course, you can clearly still see it's providing resistance, and of course it has been providing resistance along the way down here, but as well in the uptrend, not really showing a lot of significance over there as well. So I think where these moving averages work very good here are like the daily time frame, but so far, yeah, 4-hour and 1-hour, I'm not necessarily taking my opinion of the moving averages, because I rather look at that horizontal levels of support, resistance, extreme big supply and demand zones, and if we can be identifying these supply and demand zones, we could be yeah, they're on base a very good thought in the market, right? So that's really a thing how I would rather approach it right now here on this market. So I'm looking for a massive long position of 39.5k. I mean, the people are waiting for a dip to long it, and then the market dips, and they're still waiting for another dip. That's of course a thing that you could be waiting for. 39.5k. I definitely think it's good that everyone has their own strategy, of course, on the market. But personally, do I think it's likely to see 39.5k getting reached here? Moi, I don't know for sure. I'm not very certain about that one. Because yeah, market is already down pretty significantly, and we are pretty close towards the bottom, in my opinion, if we're going to look towards these higher time frames as well here. So it's down 0.25. I mean, I've never said down here. I said it's a little bit down here. It's like 0.17% down here on the stock market, but yeah, yesterday it was up 1.2% here. So no, I've never said yeah, it's of course it's down. You can't deny that. It's not up, at least. You talk so fast, I will be trying to take it a little bit slower here once again. Let me see. Ninja, you want to say it's up here? I mean, it's still down. 46k we have to be buying. This is the end. No, I disagree. Of course, there are always going to be people in fear, and there are going to be always people calling for an end of the cycle. There are always going to be people calling for extreme low targets. But of course, what we have been learning, at least what I've been learning the past 6 years here, is that bull market dips are meant for buying, and of course, the dips in the period that we are right now in are meant for buying. Calling these low. I mean, on September last time around, people were calling for 30k. On July, people were calling for 20k Bitcoin, and of course, has been any of these people being right to call a lower target in the dip? Well, the dip was there. They were on 60k. People were waiting for dip. Market dip to 30k. They were still waiting for another dip because people at that point become too greedy because they're too much in fear. And of course, the fear is still very ruling in the market, and that's as well currently what you can see here. But yeah, by the way, Bitcoin, of course, right now 3 minutes away before closing this 1 hour candle. Of course, this 1 hour candle close is going to be pretty crucial. Of course, close below the green box is going to be having a little bit more of a bearish effect, most likely on the imminent short term. And of course, failing to hold on towards the green box is going to be having a very bearish effect on this market. That could be, of course, result in, of course, a continuation back towards the green line of support, of course. So going to keep my eyes wide open on it. Going to keep my eyes wide open right now on this market about where it is heading towards from this point. So looking forward towards what we could be getting from this range here, and of course what's going to be afterwards very crucial is this 1 hour candle close. So 1 hour candle close is going to be very 4 hourly candle close is going to be very crucial. 4 hourly candle close is going to be happening and occurring in 1 hour and 2 minutes from now on, and of course this 4 hourly candle close has to be seeing a clear close above the 49.5k here, because then we're still holding up about this horizontal support range on the 4 hourly candles, and we're still holding up towards the green box here. So it's going to be pretty crucial times right now about where these candles are going to closing as well for the 1 hour candle. We're coming down pretty messily, and guys, by the way, real quickly want to be asking a favor. Don't forget to smash up the like button for some good faith, because the more people smashing up the like button, the more people will be getting exposed to crypto, and the more people we are going to be hearing about the story, of course, about crypto. So don't forget to slap up the like button if you do want to be helping us to get more people exposed to crypto as well here, because we'll be helping us to beat the YouTube algorithm, of course, and that's absolutely appreciated if you're going to be slapping it up right now here on the channel. So let me see what we're going to be having. Hey Amir, welcome back. Long time no seen, of course. I'm longing Dogecoin. I mean, I'm not really trading Dogecoin because I don't trade meme coins. Dogecoin millionaire is poor again. I mean, I think he is. I mean, I hope he saw it at least. I mean, I was signing off on those highs, of course. I mean, you do know it's going. Didn't we just did a live? I'm getting crazy. Indeed, yeah, we did just did a live. We just finished up and wrapped up a live stream, but of course, like I told through on everyone, this channel, of course, if you haven't already subscribed, we will be always live on every single market move here to discuss what is going to be happening on the market. So far, Bitcoin is trading below the green box here, and these are definitely times that we do want to be seeing Bitcoin recovering towards the upside. So last minute getting enabled on the 1 hour candle, guys, and this 1 hour candle is about to get closed here in literally 50 seconds from now on. So guys, don't forget to witness this 1 hour candle close right now, because yeah, right now we're about to go into the last hour of the 4 hourly candle close, and that is going to be a crucial candle, guys. I can tell you already, that is going to be a crucial candle. And of course, smash up the like button if you do want me to stay live here for the 4 hourly candle close as well. Because yeah, maybe we could be for sure do so, especially in these uncertain times, of course, in the market. So very important to look towards the market right now. Is the support broken? Of course, we're trading below. It was, of course, a little bit more bearish, of course, because yeah, you can clearly see this has been an resistance box here, previous resistance, and what you would like to see flipping into support. So unfortunately, yeah, it does look like we are breaking below it. No official clear break below. Of course, we could still see a bounce back towards the highs here, to be honest, from this point here. It's not necessarily out of the books yet. Of course, what I just expect is the next 1 hour candle is most likely going to see a continuation down here. But what is going to be crucial for us right now, we close, by the way, the 1 hour candle here, pretty interesting, not a very bullish 1 hour candle close, have to be admitting that one for sure. If we're going to right now look for a continuation down, but we are most likely going to be expecting from this point here, since we failed to hold on towards the green box, of course. We could be, of course, look towards levels around the 48.5k, of course, as very strong support. But yeah, hopefully we could be seeing a curve back up here, and we could be adjusting this green box a little bit here as support. But of course, what is going to be right now very important is that this is the last hour on the 4 hourly candle close, and the 4 hourly candle close is going to be very crucial. And this 4-hourly candle class is going to be very crucial. You know why I'm saying so is because we created a bear flag from the highs here. We created a bear flag from the highs. We came down in the market. Right now we're consolidating in a bear flag scenario, and right now we could be seeing a breakdown. We could be leading towards lower targets, but of course we can only call a breakdown on this candle for a stick formation as soon as we're going to close the 4-hourly candle below it. And of course, as long as we're not closing it, we're not officially broke down here. So please take that as well in consideration. Of course, Bitcoin can as well still do every single thing in this 1-hour candle. We still have another 58 minutes to go to, so let's see what we could be getting from this point. But yeah, indeed, 4-hourly time frame is right now retesting support as well, so this could be still have a little bit more of a bullish edge right now on this candlestick. So it's going to be very, very important to look at. And let me see what we're going to get here. And hopefully we could be seeing a bounce back towards the highs, of course, and hopefully we could be, let's say, adjust this support a little bit like this here, of course. But for sure I'm not touching anything right now here. So yeah, we could be, of course, you can clearly see over here if we're going to be taking a volume profile, of course, on the market. You can clearly see, if we're going to look at the volume profile right on the market, that this red line, of course, here in the middle of the market is the volume range here, where the majority of the volume is traded on the range that we right now have been talking about here on the after the major drop off, of course, on the market. And since the majority of the volume is traded around this level, this is, of course, a very strong average buy price and a very strong average support range on the trend that we're currently trading in. So yes, I'm for sure keeping my eyes wide open on this this 49k target. 49k flat is the majority of the volume getting traded on, and because the majority of the volume is traded around that range here, it's an easy level to be retesting as support. Of course, we do know as well that this range over here between the 50.1k towards the 49.7 is an almost very low volume range, just like last time around we pushed above it. Right now we fell below it very quickly. So yeah, this is definitely a very, very low range of support. But yeah, if we're going to be looking for some kind of support on this current trend that we're trading on, yeah, we could be looking at the 49k flat. Of course, we have not touched it yet here on this chart. And of course, we're retracing back towards that level, could be resulting in, of course, some more strength regain in this market right now. So yeah, Bitcoin is falling off down right now here, and it is about to retest the support range over here. So I'm very curious about how it's going to be holding up right now here, but like you can see, it's coming down. It retested the green box there, got rejected so far. It is coming down a little bit here, and like I told everyone before, the 1-hour candle just got printed here, and of course, since it's just got printed, it still can do everything what it wants there, and it can still go either direction towards the market. So yeah, it broke down of the support, right? It got rejected of the support, moves down here, but of course we can see this candle going towards either direction still from up this point here. So please take this in consideration as well. This horizontal level of major support. And of course, I'm not necessarily looking at the red box here, but basically more at this, the red line, but more at this orange range over here. So if I'm removing the drawing, so look at this, the Bitcoin price action comes down very quickly, but this orange box that I just drew over here is basically the volume support. This is the majority of the volume of the trend that we were right now looking at is traded around this orange box over here, and that's the reason why this orange box is most likely going to be a very strong level and hard level to be breaking through here. So that's going to be as well a thing that we're going to take in consideration right now here. But since Bitcoin broke down of the green box over here, fell to hold on towards it, Bitcoin is coming down massively. It's coming down in a very rapid pace right now here. And what we are going to be aiming for, but since we were failing to hold on towards the green box of support, is going to be our next support target. And of course, what are we going to look at as our next support target? It's going to be this target on the 48.4k. So it's going to be a crucial target. But of course, we do right now that we do know right now is that we're trading on the key level of horizontal volume range support. So we're right now trading on the horizontal level of volume range support, but could still hold us up pretty well here. So take that as well in consideration. So far, you can clearly see here, market is bouncing back very strongly, like you can see here from the volume range. So pretty interesting what we do see right now with the volatility. If Bitcoin could be creating a massive wick on this lower side, continuing its way up, it will be very, very nice what we could be seeing on this candlestick formation. But like I just explained to you guys out there a moment ago, and that is that this range that we're right now looking at, this orange box, of course, that we're right now looking at, is going to be the hardest place to be breaking through in the whole trend here, because this has been the most amount of volume traded on the market. So yeah, pretty interesting what we could be seeing, of course, from this level. But this orange box over here is going to be extremely important for Bitcoin to either hold on for the bulls, and of course for the bears it's going to be very important that we're going to be breaking below this level, because as soon as we fail to hold on towards the level, we fail to hold on towards the volume range here, and of course if you fail to hold on towards the volume range, yeah, it's going to be resulting in lower targets getting reached on this market. So pretty interesting to see. So guys, by the way, I see we're watching with 1,300 of you guys out there. Don't forget to slap up the like button right now. And Bitcoin is coming down even further. So we're going to be definitely look at the price action right now here. It's definitely a lot of volatility that is getting enabled on the market here. And that's, of course, a thing that we have not been seeing for the whole day already. So like you can see in the 1 minute chart, we're moving down in a very rapid pace here, of course. So market is definitely showing a lot of volatility right now here, and of course it's making me pretty it's making a lot of pretty exciting price action right now here. Of course, next ranges we're going to really look at as major support is going to be the range I mentioned, this green box. Of course, afterwards we could be looking at this this range over here. If we're going to fail to hold on towards it, failing to hold on towards that range is going to be occurring support on the 46k. If we're going to fail to hold on towards that range, we're going to be looking, of course, at this 41.1k level, of course. So yeah, pretty important, but still, this 1 hour candle could still curve back up towards the highs, because what we're if you haven't already knew it, if you just hopped on in towards the stream, of course, this 1 hour candle is very important, because this 1 hour candle we're really looking at is the last 1 hour candle in the 4 hourly candles, of course. And the 4 hourly candles, Ryan has to be doing something very important to be holding up the price section right here. And that's first of all the average green box here, the average price of this green box here, previous resistance that I want to be seeing flipping into support in order to continue the trend in this higher low structure, right? So of course we do know in just a matter of 1 hour, everything can happen in the cryptocurrency market. Everything can happen. Markets can move up very quickly. Markets can come down very quickly. But we do know a lot of stuff can happen in a matter of an hour, of course, right? On crypto especially. So it's going to be pretty important to not see a breakdown right now of this scenario. And of course, if we are going to see a breakdown of this scenario, it's going to be just result in lower targets getting visited on this market. So we'd love to see a curve back up here and a continuation back towards the highs here to see the bear flag still holding up the price section right now over here. And someone is asking me right now, Crypto, what are your thoughts about Craig Wright being Satoshi? He's not Satoshi, he's just trying to claim to be it, and I don't like him. So just buy Bitcoin SV if you do believe that, but no, I do not think he's Satoshi. Of course he isn't. He just want to be claiming the rights here. So pretty interesting what we do have over here. Yeah, I'm using excuse me for the headphone users. Excuse me. But guys, by the way, before going further in towards content, before going further in towards the analysis, I will quickly want to be asking you guys a favor about the subscriber count, because we're right now only 10 subscribers away before smashing up towards 72.1k subscribers on the channel. And if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, don't forget to do so, because today our daily target is going to be the 72.1k. So if we can slap it up towards that target right now, it will be truly appreciated on the channel right now. So if you haven't already done so, make sure to go below the video and slap up that like button, of course, and slap up the subscribe button as well here. So let's see what we're going to be having. We're sitting on golden pocket, so let me quickly as well set up a Fibonacci from the swing low to swing high. I mean, swing low to swing high. If we're going to be looking from swing low to swing high, it looks to be that we failed to hold on towards the 0.236 here. So that's of course a little bit more unfortunate. Of course, maybe if you're going to be approaching from this low towards the high over there, yeah, you could be looking that we're sitting on the 0.5 here. But of course, I already approached from the lows to the highs like that. But of course, yeah, if you're going to be approaching from this low to high, yeah, you're going to see we're trading on the 0.618 here. And of course, this Fibonacci is showing quite a lot of significance. The 0.382 hold us up very well here. Excuse me. I had to do something in between real quickly. So yeah, what we can currently see is that like Bitcoin is currently holding up the 49k level right here. So far, at least it is doing so. The 49k is as well just yeah, there's of course support in this Fibonacci chart first of all, but as well we do know like in terms of the volume support, it does clearly as well shows that it is an extreme strong level of support. So we got another 15 minutes right now on the candle, so everything can still happen. So far, we're finding a little bit of a wick on the lower side. So it's looking pretty good here. It's looking pretty good. If we break the 48.7k, we're dead. I personally do not think so. I think we could be looking for the 48.4k as next support up this reversal support line. But no, I mean, some people say we're right away, oh, we're dead if we're going to be breaking this, or oh, we're done if Bitcoin's going to be breaking below the 48k. No, this was, of course, already a scenario we took in granted, of course. I mean, a scenario that we took in granted, of course, is that Bitcoin, if it's going to come down here, if it's going to be breaking down of this bull flag scenario, yeah, we could be seeing similar reaccumulation phases here, just like we saw in September, like over here, of course, right? So there could be for sure a reaccumulation phase, because we already warned you guys earlier today that the funding rates were dropping. Neutral again here, showing us, of course, that there are more longs getting enabled in the market that could be leading towards a continuation towards the downside. So because we're seeing this leg down right now getting created, this is of course allowing to to see the bears once again entering the market, and of course the bears saying, oh, I told you so, we were right. But of course the bears are not going to talk once we're trading at all-time highs, but they're always tend to occur once we're in market corrections. But yeah, pretty interesting. But funding rates are still neutral. What does not clearly show the market is over leveraged towards the downside, but the market is neutral leverage. What is of course not a thing that I like to see here, because I rather would like to see the market being over leveraged towards the downside. I would like to see, of course, more shorters being in the market than longers, of course. And guys, by the way, I quickly want to be thanking you guys for slapping it up towards that 72.1k target here on the channel. So thank you so much for slapping it up towards that amazing target, of course. And in the meantime, we're going to just look further on towards what Bitcoin is currently doing and how it is going to be performing like, of course. So as well, what is going to be important. And guys, by the way, I will be quickly say to you guys here, of course, I already explained to everyone out there here on the channel how important this 4-hourly candle close is here. But right now, I want to be quickly asking a favor. So if we can reach 400 likes on this stream right now here, within 3 minutes from now on, I will be staying live for the 4-hourly candle close. And of course, the 4-hourly close is going to be very crucial. So this 4-hourly close is going to be very, very important to witness right now here. The reason why here is because this could be either the breakdown of this level, or it could be still this this touch that's going to be supported. So I will be staying live for the 4-hourly candle close. If we can right now smash up the stream towards the 400 likes, guys. And so don't forget to smash up that like button right here, because Bitcoin is curving back up in towards the green here on this 1-hour candle. So far still providing support with 0.618 here. So it's doing a pretty good job. And if you guys can slap up the like button right here, we could be staying live for the 4-hourly candle close. And guys, let me know as well in the chat here. I will doing a quick poll here. We'll be doing a quick poll here. Will Bitcoin hold the green box of support? So will Bitcoin hold the green box of support is the poll that I ask you guys here. So let me know as well what you guys think of it. You can just vote on it right now here in the chat. And so of course, talking about the 4-hour support, of course. So is the 4-hour going to be holding it up right now? Let me know in the chat. Crowd goes well. Yeah, the crowd goes absolutely wild here. Indeed. Sell your house, buy along. I mean, no, I'm not going to do so right now. But indeed, we already bought the dip here massively. When is the 4-hourly close? In 46 minutes from now on. It's going to be definitely crazy important. So guys, by the way, we smashed it up towards 400 likes. So indeed, I will be staying live for the 4-hourly candle close. So currently, the chat is voting. We already got like 300 votes in here. And you know what's funny? It's literally 50-50. So 50-50 is right now the result of what people currently think here about what the 4-hourly candle close is going to be doing here. So 50-50 right now in the market. And right now, 51% of the market, of the viewers are saying we're not going to be holding up on this support range. So I'm very much like these polls, of course, because I then have a clear view about what you guys think here. Currently, Bitcoin is indeed curving back a little bit up towards the higher ranges. Currently, Bitcoin is indeed pushing up a little bit towards the higher ranges. So we're going to for sure look at how it is right now performing like. So someone is saying here, would be lovely to be buying at 39k. I mean, it would be for sure lovely if we could be going back down towards that level. This is going to be an ABC correction. I mean, on the bigger scale, we could have been already seeing this as an ABC correction. But of course, yeah, if you're going to be approaching from the high over here and you're expecting another ABC getting formed from here on, yeah, we're going to be most likely see more lows getting formed there. But of course, there are a lot of people right now in the market being extremely bearish. I don't know what kind of an approach you're taking. But personally, no, I'm not. I'm going to always DCA. I'm never going to say, I'm never going to be expecting in a dip to see another dip. But of course, if we're going to get so, I will be accumulating more tokens. I'll be accumulating more Bitcoins. But yeah, in case that is going to be happening, I will be accumulating more Bitcoins, of course. But for sure, I've been already buying this dip. I'm very happy that I did so. And of course, right now we are waiting for MicroStrategies to as well buy this dip here. So guys, let me know. Do you think MicroStrategies is going to be buying this dip? Let me know in the chat here. I personally think yes. I think we're going to do so. And of course, we do know that, of course, long term, if you're in doubt right now, just zoom out. And of course, on this chart, the 4-hourly candles is Bitcoin. Of course, every single chart has a little bit of a different layout, right? So here on the Binance chart, we can clearly see 4-hourly candles got rejected by the high here before. So we did already discuss these levels quite a while back ago here. Well, we were not even touching it. And of course, early today as well, we saw previous resistance over here as well. Of course, the support range over here that we're right now looking at is resistance, 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 support. Here as well, support, like you can see. And right now, this level provides resistance over here on the market, right? So we broke above this level like 2 days ago. No, yesterday we broke above this. 2 days ago we broke above this level, and right now we're retesting it. Is it likely to see this level holding us up here? I personally think yes. And I mean, the trend is your friend till it ends, right? So far, the trend is basing towards the upside. The trend is forming higher lows, and it is forming higher highs as well. So trend is your friend till it ends here. And so far, the trend is still your friend here. So as long as we're not forming a lower low on the 4-hourly candle, this trend is not shifted yet here. So please, I always should suggest here is that we are going to always need to trade with a trend. And of course, I'm definitely taking as well in consideration right now is that we could be getting another leverage flush out, because this was a massive leverage flush out. But of course, like we do know here, the confidence is already returning in towards the market, because the funding rates are neutral again here. So there are a lot of people once again longing the market, because a lot of people right now longing the market once again. This could be resulting in a potential another big leverage flush out. And of course, we did discuss here if the Bitcoin 4-hourly candle is, let's say, going to close below this horizontal range over here, we're going to look at lower targets. That's for sure true. We're going to look at lower targets, and the targets that we're then going to look at for the Bitcoin chart here are going to be around the 43K level, of course. And maybe we're not going to exactly touch it, but we're definitely going to see a way further increase towards the downside as soon as Bitcoin is clearly going to be breaking and failing to hold on, especially failing to hold on towards this previous resistance box that right now should be flipping into support, of course. So if we're not going to do so, we're indeed going to look at lower targets. But for us to call that, we have to wait another 42 minutes from this point, of course. So guys, in the meantime, it will be truly appreciated if you're going to slap up the like button. If you haven't already slapped up the like button, make sure to do so over here. Let me see what we're going to do. Technically, a bear market, we're trading below the 200 EMA. And I mean, moving averages are not going to determine whether once we're in a bear or bull market, because I mean, just look at let me search up the def cross. What was it? Or the def cross? I don't know if the no, wait, what was the indicator called? What's the def cross? Yes, the 250 moving average, right? So I mean, we got like a golden cross and a def cross, and you can see over here, did we really were right to call this a bear market? I mean, I made a video on my channel, and of course, guys, I have everything is still online on my channel. So if you want to be checking it out here, just go back in towards the channel, because you can search everything up here. Of course, everyone here, a lot of people over here we're calling, let me make it a little bit more visible, right? So let me make it very, very, very thick here so everyone can see it very quickly. So you can see over here, we were getting a bearish crossover here. And this was, of course, the end of the bull run. The bear market was started. And I said to everyone out there, no, the bear market is not starting. And you know why? By the way, Bitcoin is pushing up massively right now, guys. I will be talking about why moving averages are very irrelevant in a second here. I will be explaining my theory behind it, because it's a very interesting theory. I do know, and of course, like I've been explaining it already several times on my channel, like 6 months ago or so, while we were in that market low. I as well made a video about it, about why it is so irrelevant to look at. But currently, Bitcoin is pushing up, guys. And this is definitely deserving a pump it up right now here. And hopefully we can be pumping it up above this level again. So let's see what we could be getting from this point. But yeah, as soon as Bitcoin is going to close its 4-hourly candle above this green box of support, this is going to be having a bullish confluence eventually on this market. So yes, this is definitely a good push up we're currently getting experience on the market. But let me quickly, of course, keep my eyes wide open on Bitcoin, but at the same time, let me quickly explain about why these bearish crossovers, these death cross and golden crosses, are completely irrelevant. You should never even look at them, in my opinion. So the reason why I do think these things are irrelevant, and you're saying we're trading below the 200 moving average, so we're in a bear market. So was this a bear market? If this is your, if this is, let me see, some people, their definition of a bear market, we have been in a bear market in September as well for a few days here, and we have right now been in a bear market for a few days. But I rather should not call this a bear market. I would rather call this a reaccumulation phase here. And right now, once again, first of all, we're not even close towards a death cross, first of all. But these death cross or golden cross are completely irrelevant, because first of all, these moving averages are lacking indicators. Second of all, moving averages are based on the previous price action on the Bitcoin charts here. So previously, 4 years ago, we were not having any leverage in the market. 4 years ago, we were not having institutional interest. 4 years ago, we did not need to have leverage flush outs because we are right now needed. The reason why the market moves so differently than 2017 is because we can't compare the markets anymore towards each other. Have been explaining this several times towards the watchers, of course, on my channel. This market is completely different because on the previous years, we never had so much leverage. Of course, if you don't know it already, you can see over here, if we're going to look at the past year, leverage open interest has been massively spiking on the market. Open interest have been never so high, of course, because there's a lot of interest in this asset of Bitcoin, of course, and a lot of people are interested in trading it. But because a lot of people are trading it, the market behaves differently because the market has great shakeouts. Otherwise, too many people become too rich here. And of course, whales, big players can be benefiting from it because if they create a market shakeout, people first of all become in fear. Second of all, we're going to get a long squeeze where the price actually will be moving quicker down here. So these whales could be selling and literally buy back cheaper to make literally more money. And it is a very different market than we had last time around. So why are these moving averages still valid? Well, like 4 years ago, they were, of course, helping us very good by directing the market where it was heading towards. But this time around, we have a whole different market. The market is whole differently because the market tends to move in directions. And you always, how I should be approaching the market on daily time frames or whatsoever is whole differently than a lot of people are doing so, because the daily time frame moves down, or the Bitcoin chart moves down if the market is over leveraged. Bitcoin market moves up if the market is over leveraged towards the downside. We are always trying to flush out these leverage positions and continuously growing up in a curve. So we can't, not everyone can become crypto rich, and the market is whole differently than 4 years ago. And this is well why I don't understand that people are going to call for a bear market, or that people are going to compare certain moving averages to determine that we're in a bull or bear market, because those moving averages are completely irrelevant because the market is completely different than 4 years ago here. And are these moving averages as well updating towards how the market is right now behaving itself? No, because those moving averages are based on previous calculations on the price action. So this is very important to know here. And of course, some people are always going to call for a bear market or whatsoever. But of course, the people that are calling for a bear market do not know and do not probably understand. They've been not here for the past 4 years probably. And because the past 4 years, Bitcoin has been changing so quickly as an asset itself here. And you have to be going through these steps here to really witness this. And as well, if you are not seeing so, yeah, we do see this, at least on this channel. We do know that the open interest, of course, let me go quickly to CryptoQuant, of course, and let me go to the pro chart, of course, to quickly show you guys here. But the open interest has been massively rising on this market. And because of the open interest being so high here, it has been a whole different market. So since, like you can see, since of the April 2019, we have been starting to count open interest. And of course, since April 2019, we have been seeing a 35x in terms of open interest. So much leverage in the market has never been seen before, of course. And that's the reason why we tend to see these shakeouts. And this is literally what we got. You see this movement towards the downside. This correction is, of course, just what we got here. And I've been explaining for everyone who's already subscribed to the channel a little bit longer here. I've been explaining why this leg that we recently got created was very important, because this was a leverage flush out. And of course, the move that we got before this correction from the 69k to 55k was not, or 50k here, was not a leverage flush out. There was basically a minor open interest flush out, but of course the big correction was a major leverage flush out. And that's the reason why these are important, and that's the reason we get these several times there. Because of the open interest being so high, we do need to see these leverage flush outs on the market. So there's also another reason why you are definitely wrong if you're going to call a bear market, because Bitcoin inevitably will keep rising afterwards. And of course, the people calling for a bear market right now, you won't hear them in a few weeks from now on. Maybe once the market is right on this 4-hourly candle moving down on this poor 1 hour, this poor 4-hourly red candle, the market is moving down here. But as soon as the market is going to curve up once again, no one is going to be bearish anymore, because literally, did you saw any people being bearish in chat or on Twitter or whatsoever on 69k? No. Because people always want to hear what they want to hear, and people right now want to hear the market's going down. But I am not going to tell so. I'm going to be say on the bigger scale, if I'm zooming out here on the daily time frame, this is a very good average, good accumulation range here, because the market is going to reverse. Maybe not right now, maybe not tomorrow, maybe not in a week from now on, but the market is going to reverse in the coming 2 weeks, 3 weeks from here on. And maybe, yeah, Bitcoin can still go to 43k. That is definitely possible. Bitcoin can still go towards the lows, but it doesn't make me think we're in a bear market. So bear market is too big of a word here, in my opinion. So let's see what we're going to have. So by the way, guys, I think leverage is not necessarily bad because I make freaking good profits with leverage. So if you do it on the right time and if you can see these kinds of things here, no, leverage is of course bad for the bigger scale. The bull run is whole differently than 2017 because of leverage, but that comes because there's a lot of institutional interest, and once there's institutional interest, leverage comes in play as well. So these things are just inevitable, and it will always be around here as well. Option trading, it will always be around here. Nothing is going to be doing here. Nothing is going to be changing over here. But still, I think leverage is not, of course, maybe for in the bigger scale, it's maybe not good for Bitcoin because it keeps suppressing its growth, of course, for Bitcoin as an asset. But personally, I see leverage. I take like I said several times before, you can see things in a negative way, but if you're going to be approach everything in a negative way here, you're going to become a negative person. But if you're going to approach these things at a positive side here, you're going to become a positive person, and you're going to see the opportunities that are there. Because leverage as well has a lot of opportunities, but of course, you have to work on these opportunities, and you have to create these opportunities yourself. They are not just going to walk towards you. No, you have to work hard to create these opportunities, and as soon as you can create these opportunities for yourself to trade the market in the right way and in a responsible way, you could be making very good profits. So guys, by the way, I see we're right now watching with 1,600 of you guys out there, and if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, don't forget to do so right now as well. Let's go for 600 likes on the stream here. Right now we're only 20 likes away from it, so 20 more likes and we're going to be smashing it up towards 600 likes on the stream. And of course, can we reach the 600 likes right now today? Will be truly appreciated. Of course, 600 likes is going to be an absolutely insane target if we could be reaching it. And of course, my energy is extremely high right now. And guys, right away, again, to ask you guys, can we right now today smash it up towards 72 and 150 subscribers? So only another 2 subscribers, so we're going to reach the 50, and that's of course already the halfway point for 72.2k. What is of course absolutely crazy, so don't forget to consider as well smashing up that subscribe button. Will be truly appreciated if you're going to do so right now here. While Bitcoin of course coming down a little bit here, and still going to say another 32 minutes on this candle, everything can still happen. And let me see what the chat is right now saying here. It's more like a market correction than a bear market. And does your YouTube, I totally agree. It's more like a reaccumulation phase market correction than a bear market. I think calling a bear market is very inappropriate because a lot of people as well don't understand the definition of a bear market. A bear market in any asset is a market where there is no interest at all in it. And I do not see the interest of Bitcoin leaving the whole space while the world is in such big problems. The world is having problems with, of course, inflation, of course, with the pandemic, the freedom, etc., etc. And Bitcoin is all bringing these things together here, of course. Bitcoin is the hedge against inflation. Bitcoin is the easiest way out of the financial system that we're right now in here, the monetary financial system. So it's very important to take all these things into consideration. And do you think there's going to be a sudden loss of interest? Because that is basically what a bear market is. Just search it up on Google. The definition of a bear market is a sudden loss of interest in a certain amount of assets for a longer period of time here. Are we going to go in a bear market? No, I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't think that there's going to be a loss of interest in Bitcoin, especially in these times where Tesla is investing in it, where MicroStrategy is investing millions and millions of dollars in it. I mean, is that a bear market? Of course, we are right in a bearish trend. That's a fact. We're in a bearish trend on the daily time frame. That's a fact. But we're not in a bear market. A bear market is too big of a word, and that's what I think here. So let me see. Yes, 100k subs for over. Let's go. Yes, guys, let's go for the 100k subs here. Can we reach it? We'll be truly appreciated. We're absolutely skyrocketing right now here as well. We smashed through the 600 likes here. So eventually bears will be getting. Guys, let's fill it in here. Bears will be getting, and let me know in the chat here. What will be bears will be getting eventually? Let me know in the chat here. Bears will be ... Fill it in for me in the chat, please. Let me see what you guys think of it. Of course. Leverage is good. There are definitely opinions of it. World War III, Russia. Yeah, it's pretty interesting, of course, with what is going over there, what's going on over there on the border. But of course, easiest way out here. Crypto, you can also draw a support line on a 30-minute chart on Bitcoin, I think. Check it out, please. Let me check it out in 30-minute time frame. Of course, 30-minute time frame, can you draw a support line? Yeah, you could be looking for this previous bottom that we found over here on the market, right? So not necessarily an extreme strong support line. So let me see what the bears will be getting here, what the chat is saying. Bears will be getting wrecked. Bears will be getting wrecked, getting rich. I mean, some people think. Bears will be getting wrecked. Do you call yourself a moon boy? I mean, I don't call myself a moon boy, but I call myself realistic. But of course, if you want to be making good money in the cryptocurrency space, I think being a moon boy is going to be make you the most amount of money, because being bearish on Bitcoin on the longer term is the most stupid thing you can ever do, in my opinion. So yeah, if you call someone who is long-term bullish on Bitcoin, if you call someone who is bullish for the coming year ahead of myself on Bitcoin, I'm bullish on Bitcoin for the coming year 2022. If you call that person a moon boy, yes, I am a moon boy. But of course, I'm not saying radical calls here. I'm not calling for radical prices. No, I am thinking that Bitcoin is going to be a very popular asset still in 2022, and I still do see bullish price action ahead of ourselves. And of course, it's just a puzzle, and if you put all the pieces together, it's going to be a very, very easy story. So yeah, bears will be absolutely getting back most likely. What first, Bitcoin 100k or Row for 100k subs? Let's see. I mean, from the 4-hour December when the crash started until now. Oh, you mean on the 4-hour? When the crash started to now. I mean, I don't really necessarily see your. Maybe you can send me you can send me a Twitter message with your chart. It's a little bit better, so I can easily see it. So let's see what we're going to be having here as well. Let me quickly check up on Ethereum. By the way, stock market right now recovering on this 1-hour candle. Ethereum coming down a little bit here, guys. So if we're going to look at some Ethereum support, you can clearly see Ethereum is retracing as well back towards this very strong support level below us. So you can clearly see major resistance was getting found on this range over here. Major resistance literally got found over there. And since this major resistance was getting found, right now this level is flipping into support. So pretty interesting to see, to be honest. You can clearly see this level flipping into support right now. And so far, this level is holding us up pretty well here. So Ethereum as well retracing back towards very strong support. Let's see how it's going to be holding up here. I mean, the day that I will be selling my Bitcoin is going to be the day once Peter Schiff is going to be buying Bitcoin, probably. So no, Peter Schiff is an idiot in my opinion. But yeah, Ethereum right now is forming some kind of a flag scenario here, and in this case, of course, not bear flag but a bull flag. Like you can see over here on the Ethereum price section, Ethereum has been forming significant rally towards the upside since it was creating. So right now touched the lower side of the flag again. Since it did touch the lower side of the flag, let me draw it correctly. You can clearly see we retested the lower sides, and right now we're going to be breaking out the top side. Ethereum is going to create a very bullish continuation towards the upside. At least this chart on the Ethereum price action is looking bullish, but still going to say to everyone out there, Ethereum is not going to be breaking bullish in my opinion, as long as Bitcoin is not going to be breaking bullish, of course. So we have to be either see Bitcoin cooling up a little bit here, or Bitcoin breaking bullish and of course continuing its way up here towards the upside, and of course hold up this 4-hour support range. If we're going to see so, Ethereum is going to be most likely see a much further continuation from this point. Of course, I do expect we're going to see an 11.5% increase towards the highs here from up this point on this this bull flag scenario. And of course, we do know that Ethereum tends to create a lot of bull flags as well in the Ethereum compared to Bitcoin chart, and it has been seeing and showing us a lot of good gains being made on that market. So it's looking pretty good here, to be honest. And I'm very curious about where this market is heading towards from this point. Currently, on the 1-hour time frame, Ethereum is doing a little bit of a better job against Bitcoin. So you can still see it keeps riding and it keeps increasing its valuation against Bitcoin. What is of course absolutely lovely to see here. So let's see where we're heading towards from this point here. Hopefully, we are going to see this continuation towards the upside getting started for the Ethereum compared to Bitcoin valuation so far. Yeah, indeed, we are in a very significant trend towards the upside. Have been already talking about this earlier today on the stream, of course. But yeah, we are forming in a parabolic structure on the Ethereum compared to Bitcoin chart. We're forming right now diminishing highs, which is of course a little bit more of a bearish buy signal. So please take this in consideration. If Ethereum right now is going parabolic against Bitcoin because of the bull flag breakout, it could be really safe, this chart as well, to continue its trend for a little bit longer. But so far, since we have been starting to form diminishing highs, I'm getting a little bit more cautious with the Ethereum compared to Bitcoin chart here. So yeah, pretty interesting that we do see right now. But yeah, continuation is going to be likely if we're going to see the top side getting broken on the chart over here. So I'm looking very much forward towards on how that's going to be playing out here. But Bitcoin is just entering its last 25 minutes, guys. And guys, what I see as well here is that we're only 18 likes away before smashing it up here towards 700 likes. So can we smash it up towards 700 likes right now? That will be truly appreciated. Let me see what we could be having here. If you're a holder, remember the upcoming tax day. I mean, tax day, of course, in America is coming, of course. End of the year, right? Is December tax day, USA? USA. Let me see. It's the 15th of April, of course. Oh, next year, beginning next year. So let's see what we're going to be having over there. So pretty interesting. It will be truly amazing, of course. Yeah, of course, income of tax return. So very, very exciting what you could be getting from there on, and maybe you could be very positive out of it. Of course. YouTube is the best leading indicator. I mean, talking about the indicator, guys, for everyone who's watching right now here, there will be a new indicator coming out on the market. It's going to be the Rover Trends indicator. And no, I'm not going to ask you any money for it. No, I'm going to not ask you anything for it. The only thing I ask for you guys, if you do want to be having my indicator, and of course, currently in the background, there has been some pre-builds of my indicator already. I've been working on it. I've been putting my own effort in it. Of course, I'm not myself developing it because I'm not a good of a developer, but I have someone working for me who's developing my product, but I give him feedback about what I want in my indicator. My indicator is coming out anytime soon here. It's probably going to be finished next week, beginning next week, end of next week here. And of course, guys, if you want to be, of course, get this indicator, there are only a few things that you have to do here. And it's, of course, subscribe to the channel, follow me on Twitter, just follow my social. So if you want to be finding out about the free indicator, what's going to help you to identify market trends, because basically what the indicator is going to do is going to analyze all the momentum indicators. It's going to identify all the momentum indicators and all kinds of indicators together. And it's going to be, first of all, there's going to be a list here where if you want in trading view, there's going to be a list of a bunch of indicators, 20 indicators, and it's going to give a green or red signal if it's a bullish or bearish sign for that indicator. So you can see a little bit of the market sentiment, where it is heading towards. Second of all, there will be a bar below the screen where you're going to see how the momentum on Bitcoin is currently looking and how the momentum is performing, and if you can see any momentum divergence or if you can see a trend reversal, because yeah, it's Rover Trends and is the indicator called, and it's going to be help you identify the market trends, etc., etc. So keep your eyes out on the channel. Keep your eyes on the Twitter page, because we are going to give it away to you guys for free. And of course, anytime soon, everyone can be applying for that indicator as well to get, of course, some free access and to, of course, help your own analysis, to help yourself here to identify you and navigate yourself through the market. Because yeah, eventually, I am here to help you guys to navigate through the market, and I have invested so far $6,000 in building the indicator. I'm not going to ask you any money for it. So I mean, it's just something I want to give back towards the community, and it's been a massive indicator. It's going to be a very crazy one as well. So I'm looking forward towards this. Can we have your Twitter? If you want to be finding any of my socials, my Instagram, my Twitter, whatsoever, go to the link in the description. You can find it, every single thing you can find there. And of course, Twitter is as well in the side of the screen right now here. So pretty cool if you're going to be following me on Twitter over here. You can see over here, Rover CRC. You can definitely hit that follow button over there. Let me see what we are going to be seeing. Call it ever so slightly indicator. I mean, Mark Dutch, I would have loved to call it ever so slightly indicator, but unfortunately, I'm not going to do so. Bitcoin is irritating. I mean, Bitcoin is, yeah, of course, it's pretty unfortunate it's coming down here for sure. But this is the irritating. No, I'm just going to wait for the 4-hour candle close, how it's going to be looking like. But so far, it looks pretty decent. Looking pretty decent, but of course, what we want to be seeing is the last 21 minutes to push up towards the highs here. To close at least above the 49.4k. So another $300 push up is only the thing that we do need right now here. So another $300 push up would be already enough here for the market. I love the dumps, then pumps. Love dumps, then pumps. I mean, you know, shakeouts create breakouts. Of course, we do know that there's no movement towards the upside Bitcoin ever created before creating a massive correction in the market, right? So I'm looking forward towards it. So we're going to be looking at it for sure. When is the indicator going live? It just told. Of course, I've been setting a time frame with him, and it's going to be probably, let's say, between the 15th of December towards the 19th of December. So next week, most likely, is going to come live here. And of course, I will be as well show you first of all, guys. And I'm looking forward towards it. Right now here, indicator. I mean, you guys have some very good suggestions for the indicator name. That's of course the V1, of course. Maybe it is not, maybe if the indicator, and you guys really like the indicator, I'm going to be building different indicators for different things here, or for identifying certain, yeah, other stuff, you know, in the market. as well trading few integrated indicators. So I'm looking forward towards it. Of course, if you do guys like them, and of course if it's going to be successful, of course we as well need to patch the indicator quite a lot, and maybe there's going to become a version 2 out of it eventually. And of course I can tell you already, I will be never going to be asking any money for the indicator, because the only reason why I do build these things here for you guys is to give something back towards the community who is hitting that subscribe button every single day, you know. So talking about that, hitting that subscribe button, guys, right now. Oh, we did smash it through the 72.2k already. This is a crazy day already. So guys, this is definitely deserves some audience clapping, of course. So this is definitely lovely to see here. Already 72.2k. So for everyone who did smash up the subscribe button today, absolutely lovely, of course. But let's see what we could be doing so right now here. If you can't buy the dump, you don't deserve the pump. That's true, Mohit. That's true, Mohit. So 49k is level that we're trading on. Once again, trading on the 0.618 here on this Fibonacci. So indeed, Bitcoin coming down pretty massively again. So like you can see here on this chart, yeah, we are retracing back towards the green box again here. So would love to see, of course, these last 20 minutes to be a little bit more bullish on Bitcoin. Because yeah, if we're going to come down further from up this point, yeah, we could be looking for some more bearish price action, of course, on the market. So yeah, it's going to be pretty interesting what we could be getting from this point here. This is looking pretty interesting. Thanks, Rover. No problem, Billy. Of course, always love to do stuff for you guys out there. Meanwhile, Bitcoin diving into the abyss. Bitcoin is indeed diving down here, guys. It's going indeed for a dive right now here towards the lower range, but still we're trading on this this very strong level of volume support, right? So you can clearly still see we're trading on this volume support range here, and that's the reason why I look at this box over here, this orange box, of course, over here. This is basically the volume support. Of course, the chart look maybe a little bit chaotic, but this orange box over here is, of course, the major amount of volume trade. The majority of the volume traded in this range over here on the wider scale. Of course, this range over here is basically the majority of the volume is traded on the orange box right now, where we're right now trading on. So yeah, failing to really hold on towards this 48.8k could be, of course, right away cause a massive correction towards the downside from this point. So it's going to be very important to hold on towards that range here. And it's going to be a very interesting last 17 more minutes in this 1 hour candle, because yeah, it is most likely going to for sure shows a lot of volatility as well. Ethereum coming down again here. So Ethereum right now as well, trading on these levels that you do not want to be seeing Ethereum breaking below, of course. So previous resistance, of course, like you can see over here. So far, level holding is up here as support here. But this is indeed a very crucial level to look at if you're going to be looking at the Ethereum price action. So indeed, we're trading on very crucial levels right now here. Bitcoin still has to go a little bit $400 higher in order to, of course, flip this 4 hourly candle into towards a positive close range here. So looking forward towards this. I'm sharing this YouTube video on my crypto pages on Reddit. Let's go crypto to the moon. I mean, Mark, that's very kind of you. That's very kind of you. So far, yeah, we're going to be looking at this this support range that we're right now trading in, this volume range over here that we're so far yet to be broken. And of course, if we do break the volume range that we have been talking about, we're going to look at lower targets. But so far, we're still holding the volume range in the 1 hour candles, and that's having a little bit of a bullish edge here. Where's the majority of the volume traded at? And this, of course, I just showed everyone. That's, of course, on the 49k here exactly. 49k is, of course, the most amount of volume traded on the whole trend. So that's as well a reason why we do expect that this is going to be a level that we're going to be holding very good, of course. So that is, of course, very important to know here, and that in this trend, of course, we can see clearly what we're doing here. So Apple is saying, on which time frame is the best to draw support resistance? Of course, higher the time frame, the more significant it is. So yeah, just send me to Twitter. Let me see. So far, yeah, it's indeed a pretty important level to hold on towards. So basically, the level that is the volume support range is the 49k here. So volume support is going to be crucial to see the 1 hour candle close at least above the 49k. So it's going to be pretty interesting. Is there, or will you make a video on how to chart? There is not a video yet here. Tomorrow I will be bringing out a special video for everyone out there, because tomorrow I will be not able to live stream, because tomorrow I have to literally take a flight on this time over here. And of course, maybe I will be doing a special video about what I do think about the biggest scale on Bitcoin right now. I'm going to do a zoom out view, and I'm going to see what you guys do like about it, of course. But no, I've never done how to chart videos, of course, before my channel. But I would love to do them, of course, in the future. But for me right now, it's pretty busy times over here, and maybe the times that I do have some more time, I will be for sure trying to do so. But for me, December is one of the most chaotic months here, and as well begin January is as well a very chaotic month for me. So yeah, pretty interesting what we're going to be having from this point. So let's see what we're going to have. I'm telling all my V warriors about you, Rover. I mean, the V warriors, of course, the strongest army out there, man. It's definitely very exciting. That's a very cool one. It's a very good one. So Bitcoin curving back up here. So like we just told everyone already about, we have to be closing about the 49.4k for the 4-hourly candle close to still remain in this bullish territorium, of course. So I would love to see so. Bitcoin's on the move yet again. Bitcoin is indeed on the move here once again. And once Bitcoin is on the move, it's always lovely to see the signs of Bitcoin moving, right? So guys, by the way, I see we're right now only 3 likes away before smashing it up to 800. I just saw it again, only 3 likes, guys, and we can smash it up towards 800 likes here. So can we smash it up towards 1,000 likes on stream? That will be truly appreciated. So if you haven't already smashed up that subscribe button right now here, don't forget to do so. But of course, make sure to as well right now smash up that oh guys, by the way, Bitcoin is pushing up right now here on the imminent short term, so this is of course looking lovely. And guys, this is of course exactly what the crowd wants here. So 49.2k, I think another $200 is going to be very, very nice if we could see this on the 1-hour candle close right now, on the 4-hourly candle close, and of course as well on the 1-hour candle close in this case. So looking forward towards what we could be getting from this point. Ibrahim is saying, keep up the good work. Personally, I think we're going to retest the 42.44k. I mean, Abram, of course, I think it's definitely a thing that is still likely to occur. It's like I told everyone before, it's not out of the books. That's how I say it. It's not out of the books because, yeah, the liquidity is still over there as well. So retest towards those lower ranges is definitely very likely. But I see so many people right now anticipating these levels that for me, it's going to be very hard to really say, okay, we're really going to go towards the levels, because if you see too many people are anticipating a certain level, it's not going to be happening. So let me see what we're going to have. So someone is saying Bitcoin pumping on a 1-minute chart. Indeed, it's moving up very quickly. So yeah, this hour close is coming very close right now. 12 more minutes, guys. Pretty cool. It went up $100. Yeah, it's not so big, of course, but it moved up very quickly on this chart. So it's going to be pretty crucial, especially these last $100 here on these last 12 minutes. And of course, we do know right now as well is that, like, right now we are in the last 12 minutes of the 4-hourly candle close, and of course the last 12 minutes, the last 10 minutes of these 4-hourly candle closes are usually going to be the most volatile minutes. So yeah, let's see how it's going to be occurring on the market, because yeah, volatile minutes are usually the loveliest one, because I love volatility to see it in the market. So let's see how it's going to be playing out. So November 2013. 2013 top was in October 2017. Top was November 2021. Top is going to be you guessed is right, 2021. I mean yeah, if you're going to approach it like on the papers, I mean, history tends to repeat, but always not always necessarily rhymes here. But quickly, going to ask a very quick opinion, guys. Do you believe in lengthening cycles? Do you believe that every single cycle, what we do have seen several times before, every single time it's going to be continuing longer and longer? Sorry, November, December. Oh, no problem. November, December, January. So pretty interesting. But guys, let me know in the chat, do you believe in lengthening cycles? Do you believe that the cycles tend to be, of course, continuing to become longer and longer every single time here? Let me know in the chat here. And personally, I think we should not, I've said it several times before, I personally think cycles are going to be whole differently right now, because we have institutional interest, we have open interest on the market, we have leverage traders, and we have these big companies, big institutions like Tesla, etc. So I do think it's not going to be always like we have to be in a bear market, we have to be seeing a market shakeout on those times here. So it's going to be pretty important, pretty interesting. When do you have lunch today? Do you have food trucks near you? Yeah, I will be going to a restaurant here in like a few after the 4-hourly candle close. I don't know, yeah, exactly when, but like in 30 minutes probably, I have to go to a restaurant, so I've got like an appointment, but like my appointment was on 1 o'clock, 1 p.m., but I already texted him I will be late because market is too interesting right now to leave the channel, of course, right? So I still have not lunched yet, so it's going to be a late lunch for me, but I don't care, of course. So Bitcoin head and shoulders on 1 day time frame rover. So we get these questions quite a lot here about these daily time frame head and shoulders, etc. So let me remove the drawings for a second. So people are maybe approaching like on head and shoulders like this, but I don't really like this. Support lines already got broken, right? So is this really a head and shoulders that we're looking at on the the daily time frame. I mean, I already said several times before, never look at an inverse at a head and shoulders, and of course, it's not even played out first of all. But never look at a head and shoulders once it has an upper sloping support line, of course, because then it is basically still shows us we are increasing the strength with higher lows getting front on the market. So it's not necessarily reflecting what a head and shoulders means here, because what a head and shoulders means here on the market is that the market is forming and retesting a certain level of support several times here on horizontal level, and it's losing strength on the highs and also losing strength on the lows. But yeah, this is of course a good head and shoulders, but with an upper sloping support line, you're still forming the trend is still basically towards the upside, and you're still continuing the trend, and you could be right to look at the symmetrical triangle as a continuation target towards the upside. So no, I don't like to approach symmetrical triangles from an upper I don't like to approach head and shoulders with an upper sloping support line, because I think those are not really significant. And of course, people are tend to do it right now. I work in Utrecht in a restaurant. I mean, oh, where you work at, man? I'm not going to Utrecht. I'm here in very close to Utrecht, by the way, because I live in Utrecht, but not in the city, unfortunately. But yeah, I do think like head and shoulders are not good to be approaching them from upper sloping support lines. And I've been already saying that for quite a while here on the market. And I think that like upper sloping support lines are not going to reflect the head and shoulders very good enough. So Kareem is saying, look at the weekly measure, the last dip into the 17, and compare it to the current losses dip. You will be shocked. We had 5 weeks in the green afterwards. I mean, yeah, of course, I do like, of course, comparing and looking at previous price action, of course. But I mean, I do not really take this as my main scenario. But last dip, let me see. Look at the last dip in 2017. Of course, there was this one over here. This was the last dip in 2017 in August. There was a 40% correction, and yeah, how much green candles did we got afterwards? We got like yeah, and let me see, 563% return in the weeks afterwards, of course. So yeah, pretty interesting. But yeah, right now once again we're seeing a red candle, and the green candles could be following it very quickly afterwards. So yeah, I'm very excited about how it's going to be playing out right now. But of course, I'm very bullish about the longer term about Bitcoin right now, especially as well. Yeah, for zooming out, of course, weekly time frame on Bitcoin. Beautiful upward sloping support line. We're in a beautiful trend right now, and of course, denying the trend we're right now in is definitely a thing that I don't like to do. I'm definitely not going to deny the trend that we're currently in, right? So we're in a very massive uptrend right here, and I'm not going to deny it. But by the way, guys, last 7 minutes right now here. Last 7 minutes, indeed. Oh yeah, the last 7 minutes, and Bitcoin starts to be flipping its 1 hour candle into the green again, and this could be allowing Bitcoin to for sure close this 4 hour candle still above this green line of support here, and still in this parallel channel right here. So it's going to be looking very interesting right now. How this is going to be playing out, I can't wait to see how it's going to roll out, of course, here. So very exciting. Last 7 more minutes, and of course we do know these last 7 minutes are going to be extremely volatile, of course. On this Binance chart here, on the Bitcoin US dollar chart here, of course we can clearly see this flat resistance line over here flipping into support right now. Of course, if we're going to look at previous price section, clearly can see resistance getting found on this range here, like you can see over here, support, resistance, support, resistance, support. And as well right now over here, resistance, and right now this level is flipping into support. So personally, I do approach this as a critical level that we do have to hold on right now. And this is going to be crucial. This is going to be crucial to see this level still provide the support right now in this market. So 49.1k is the level they're trading on right now. I want to be seeing another $300 getting added towards the market over here to really call a clear supportive bands and a clear supportive touch, of course. So it's going to be pretty interesting right now. And guys, can we as well smash up the like button towards the 1,000 likes before closing this Friday candle? So within 6 minutes from now on, we're right now only 20 likes away before smashing up to 900, and only 120 of you guys have to slap it up. But personally, I think we can reach it. So Dusty as well here. Dusty News BC, of course. Sorry, Dusty BC Crypto News is here, of course. Absolutely legend here on the channel, of course. So it's really amazing that you're tuning in as well. But yeah, these are very critical times that we're right now looking at the market. So 6 minutes from now on, we're going to close the candle, and it's going to be very crucial. So guys, let me know real quickly in the chat, is this 1 hour candle going to flip into either the green or red? Let me know right now in the chat. Let me know right now in the chat here. I'm very curious what you guys currently think of it. I personally think we're going to absolutely smash it into towards the green here, and we got another 5 more minutes to go, so everything can still happen here. Smash the like indeed, guys. Don't forget to do so. Slap it up right now. Will be truly appreciated. So let me know in the chat as well. Do you think we're going to be closing this candle into the green or red? I'm very curious about what the chat currently thinks about it, of course. I personally think we're going to be absolutely smashing it into towards the green, but that's my personal opinion, and I want to be seeing your opinion as well. So keep going down, please. I mean, I would love to see the market coming down so I can be accumulating some more cheaper Bitcoin. But of course, seeing the market recovering from this range over here is going to be very exciting. So let me see what the chat's saying. So Kev is saying green, Risky saying red here, green buy, Kevin, red. I see the majority of the, it's definitely a 50-50 right now. So it's going to be a battle between the bulls and the bears right now. Let's see what we're going to head towards. So Johnny's saying green. So it's going to be very exciting what the chat is. Who's going to be right here? It's going to be the battle between the bears and the bulls. And we got another 5 minutes still. We're going to be deciding who's going to be winning the battle, of course. So it's very, very exciting here. What we could be having. Hey, Rover, please check out the total market cap. Of course, let me go over the total market cap. I think that's a very good chart to go over. And let me go over the weekly time frame. What were you saying? I can't see your message anymore because the chat is going absolutely nuts about if it's going to be flipping green or red, of course. So I want to be checking out your your question, but I can't do so right now. But the chat is absolutely going crazy right now about is it going to be flipping red or green? And I think the majority of people are saying red. So let's see what it's going to do here. Is the majority of the people going to be right or wrong this time? So what can I see on the weekly time frame on the total market capitalization of crypto, right? So yeah, we can clearly see we have been forming lower high over here. Then we start to forming a higher high. Mr. Mogul saying I like turtles. I like them as well a lot. I like them a lot. But yeah, we can clearly see right here. Total market cap has been forming a higher low trend, right? So we're definitely in a significant uptrend. And since we have been in a significant uptrend, I will be respecting the trend because I always say the trend is your friend till it ends. And so far, the trend is definitely our friend. And it's definitely not trading against us, of course. So yeah, I'm looking forward towards what we could be heading towards from this point. And guys, by the way, we need another 70 likes here within 4 minutes if we can see this 1,000 like target getting reached before the 4 hourly close. But yeah, so far total market cap, yeah, looks pretty decent to be honest. Still forming a higher low and it's forming a bottom right now and looks to be cooling off. So looks particularly good here on the daily time frame. Yeah, we can see clearly. Yeah, we moved down pretty quickly, but of course, in terms of total market cap, how much we're down. Yeah, we're running down 24% from the highs, of course. We're going to look at horizontal range of support and resistance. You can clearly see this is a very strong level of support. Like you can clearly see previous resistance, support over there. While we broke above it, we went exponential. And over here as well, you can see so far flipping to support. So yeah, total market cap, yeah, definitely trading on support right now. Hopefully we could hold on to ours. But Bitcoin is flipping into the green. It's flipping into green right now, guys. So it looks to be the bulls are right so far. But yeah, still we got to survive another 2 minutes and 30 seconds. So guys, let's see what we could be getting from this point. Don't forget to slap up the like button. And of course, guys, if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, make sure to do so right now because today we want to be smashing it up towards 72.3k. Can we do today? I'm very curious. Hopefully we could see it getting reached today here. Would be truly amazing if we can see it, of course, getting reached, of course. So 72.2k is the level that we're trading on here on the channel, but Bitcoin is about to close the 4-hourly candle in 2 minutes from now, and it's going to be a very crucial 4-hourly candle close that we're going to be occurring on this market. So looking forward towards it. I just opened a 50x long on Bitcoin. I think that's a little bit irresponsible. I think that's a too high of a leverage long you're opening over there. But of course, everyone has their own opinion about these stuff, of course. But no, I'm staying away from a 50x long here at least. I think maximum 10x leverage is definitely the limit right now. So 1 more minute, guys, and we're going to close it. So definitely very exciting times here. Coinbase still red here. Yeah, guys, it's slipping over the green and red here. So let's see who's going to be right here. As well, guys, another 25 likes here till we're smashed it up towards 1,000. Can we reach it in the last 1 minute of this 4-hourly close? That would be truly amazing. US 500 is right now pumping. So yeah, oh my gosh, stock market is pumping right now here. So stock market out of nowhere pumped here towards the upside. This, of course, having a positive edge on Bitcoin again, like I told everyone before. As long as the stock market is going to be in the green, as long as the stock market is going to be pushing up from these ranges, yeah, it could be having a very positive effect on the Bitcoin market. So I'm looking forward towards how it's going to be playing out right now. Definitely can't wait to see what we could be having. And I think we could be for sure like to see a continuation from this point. So last minute in the 4-hourly candle, guys. Last minute in the 4-hourly candles right now getting enabled. Let's see what we're going to get on this last minute. It's going to be an absolutely crucial, absolutely crazy 1-hour candle. Yeah, 1-hour candle we're going to get here. Green, come on, guys. It's going to be literally flip either direction. So we're going to witness this chart for the last 45 seconds here. And guys, by the way, we smashed it up towards 1,000 likes before the 4-hourly close. So yeah, thank you so much, guys, for smashing up the like button like crazy. You guys are absolutely crazy audience that we can right now work together with. So definitely love it that you guys are doing so. But yeah, absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. So green, it's again green. So last 26 seconds and it's green again here. And And this is definitely lovely to see, of course. This is definitely lovely to see. So, last 17 seconds, and we're pushing up a little bit still towards higher ranges. I would love to see another $100 getting added towards this candle, but so far, it looks to be we're going to close in the green here. But of course, we can't say anything till this this candle's closed. But it's definitely it's back in the red here. So yeah, it did eventually close in the red. It was a very close call. It was a very close call, but eventually it did close in the red here. It was very close, but yeah, the bears were right here. The red players were right. But yeah, it was a very close call that we did got here on the channel. But of course, if we're going to look at the 4-hour support, this chart over here looks to be that we're still holding up towards this 4-hour support line. But it's still in the red here. Unfortunately, guys, I feel very terrible for everyone. We did miss out, of course, on this candlestick, of course, over here. So yeah, we did clearly close it in the red here, so that's pretty unfortunate. But right away afterwards, the candle flipping into the green here. But yeah, of course, in terms of this candlestick formation over here, yeah, maybe we could be taking a different approach here. We'll be not redrawing anything yet here, but of course, different charts are having different support ranges, and of course, so far on this chart over here, we can clearly see we are having right now an support or retest on this range here. You can clearly see the resistance on the 49.3k is getting retested as support right now, and so far Bitcoin is bouncing back a little bit here towards the highs here. So pretty interesting what we're going to get here. Maybe we're going to get the reverse from this point, of course. So this is, of course, the Binance chart, and some other charts could be having a different view, of course. But yeah, so far pretty interesting on how it's going to be performing. Like, hopefully we could be flipping this level still in support. Of course, this 4-hourly support line got broken, but of course I do necessarily like the supportive touches on the lower side. But of course, it's hard to redraw this one from this point, so I don't really approach this as extremely bullish. Of course, this 4-hourly close so far on this chart, on this Binance chart over here, it does look, of course, pretty decent. It does look pretty decent because we not close the 4-hourly candle below this range, still holding up towards it. That's, of course, having the bullish edge on the market right now here. So I'm looking forward towards seeing the bounce back from up this level on the market getting formed here. Of course, the 1-hour candles, yeah, we clearly can see 0.618 is getting touched here. We did not broke below the volume support range here. Talking about the volume support range is basically this level on the market from here to here. You can clearly see this is the majority of the volume is trade on this trend that we're currently trading on here on this level around the 49k, of course, and so far we're holding up towards range, but of course still having this bullish edge on the market. So let's see how it's going to be playing out here. But guys, I have a very unfortunate thing to tell you guys, because right now I unfortunately have an appointment in 10 minutes from now on, so I have to be heading out right now, because otherwise I'm going to be missing out on my appointment. I would have absolutely loved to stay live way longer with you guys out to discuss the whole market, but guys, right now I want to be asking the last favor, of course. Can we still smash up to 72.3k? It would be truly amazing. Of course, guys, if you did enjoy the stream here, don't forget, of course, to subscribe to the channel. And of course, I will be back later today with another stream, guys, on the channel. So if we're going to see any more interesting moves that we have to discuss here, if we're going to see any rejections, or if we're going to see anything with the bear flag getting enabled or whatsoever playing out, of course, I will be the first one on whole crypto YouTube here to jump on live here to discuss everything with you guys out there in real time. So don't forget to smash up the subscribe button right now on the channel, ring the bell notification, so you're definitely not going to miss out on any of the further content that we are going to drop out on the channel as well. Don't forget to check out my Twitter, because on Twitter I will be keeping you guys up to date once I'm not live here. I unfortunately have an appointment for a dinner, or not dinner, for a lunch, so I have to head there towards that place right now. So guys, thank you so much for watching towards this amazing stream here on the channel, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace out. Goodbye.